Hey guys, Sensei here, and holy shit, Smash Bros. For Switch, Smash Hype Train, here we go. Oh wait, no, it's just a port of Smash 4. Oh no, it's a new game for sure. Wait, no, I think it's a port? Or is it Smash 5? Ah, fuck it. So as we are all most likely aware, a new Smash game was announced during the last Nintendo Direct. We got a trailer for Super Smash Bros. Game coming to the Nintendo Switch, showing off the Inklings as newcomers, and it showed us Mario and Link rocking a new Breath of the Wild look. Now, there's some confusion as to whether this game is a port of Smash 4 to the Switch like most people were expecting before it was announced, or if it's Super Smash Bros. 5, a completely new Smash game. I'm not really going to get into that in this video, but I was about 50-50 on whether it was a port or a new game when I first saw the announcement in the Direct, but recently I've been leaning towards a new game. I'm like 70% it's a new game, like 30% it's port, but I'm confident enough now to go forward saying to like start making videos as if it was a new game. So for the purpose of this video, let's just treat it as an entirely new Smash game. If you want more discussion on whether it's a port or not, I highly recommend going and checking out Botox Games' video on the matter. He made a really great video on whether it's a port or a new game. So this video is going to be my character wish list. Notice the wish list part. This is not who I think will be in the game, nor is it who I think would make the most sense in the game. It's purely who I want in the game. Or think of it as if I were the one choosing the characters for the game, like if I was developing Smash Bros. It's who I would choose. So don't go commenting things like,
"This list is trash. Why would you have Al Pacino on there? That will never happen. No one cares about that character. Why don't you add more realistic characters like Gaku, Sans from Undertale, Travis Field Goal, and Theon Le Gamer? Stop making videos, you fag."
Also, since this is not a predictions list, a lot of these characters would not really work together. So, for example, I have quite a few Mario characters on here, but there'd probably be only one or two more Mario reps, if any new Mario reps. So I'm not saying that all these 20 characters will be in the same time, you feel me? I'm planning on doing a roster prediction video in the near future where I go through the roster and like do all the math and each representatives and see who would make the most sense from purely a developer standpoint and like very objectively look at it and like the opposite of this video basically. Alright, with all of that out of the way, let's begin. Here are my top 20 characters I'd like to see in Super Smash Bros. For Nintendo Switch. Number 20. The first character on my list is a character that I've really wanted to see since Smash 4, but was pretty disappointed when I saw that she was absent. Unfortunately, this time around, I think she has an even less chance of being in the game. I'm talking about Impa from the Legend of Zelda series. Now, with Link taking out his Breath of the Wild design, it seems Smash 5 is going to be taking inspiration from that game and less from past Zelda games, which makes Impa a lot less likely, considering in that game she wasn't in full badass mode like she was in Hyrule Warriors, nor was she as relevant as other characters like the champions. But still, besides Link, Zelda, and Ganondorf, she's probably the most reoccurring Zelda character throughout the series, and I think it's about time that we get another Zelda rep. We got the 3 mainstays in there, so I think it's time to add Impa in there as well. She appears in 8 out of the 18 main Zelda games, and is a big part of Hyrule Warriors. Speaking of Hyrule Warriors, her design from that game is kind of what I'm thinking of, with the giant-ass sword. Just think how cool it would be. She could kind of be an in-between of Link and Sheik, the speed of Sheik with the sword combat of Link. A good character for those that like speedy characters, but not as fast as Sheik, and still want that damage. I know it's not too likely, but I think it makes a lot of sense. Number 19. Shulk was one of my favorite additions to Smash 4, and probably my second most played character next to Ness. I even predicted him in my old top 5 character predictions video. I think another Xenoblade rep would be pretty rad, and even likely. I thought Dunman would have been a nice addition, but considering this Smash game looks like Nintendo is going to be looking at more recent games, I think it's a safe bet that if we are getting a Xenoblade rep, it'll be a character from Xenoblade 2. I know a lot of people are saying Rex, but I would rather see Pyre from Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Funny, back when I predicted Shulk, I hadn't played Xenoblade Chronicles, but I have now since played that game. but haven't played Xenoblade 2, so I'm just back to where I started. But yeah, I haven't played Xenoblade 2, nor have I seen much gameplay, so I don't know any specifics really. But I feel like Rex would be too similar to Shulk in his design, moveset, and overall character. And I think Pyro would fit the roster a little bit better. Although I'd be happy to see Rex, if not. He is the best poster boy for the game, so I couldn't complain. That's all I have to say about Pyro. Also, she's cute as fuck! Number 8. So we all know that Sakurai's two babies are the Kirby series and the Kid Icarus series. Well, Kid Icarus Uprising, that is. With it being the game he developed before he worked on Smash 4. He's quite humble with including his own characters in the Smash games, which I give him credit for. Hell, he even wanted to put Dedede in Smash 64, but cut him in fear of over-representing his own series, and nerfed Kirby from Smash 64 to Melee because he felt so bad for making his own character one of the best in the game. Sakurai, you put so much work into this series. You deserve to be able to put your own characters in the game. After all, it's your game, dude. Put as many as you like, man. With that being said, I think another Kid Icarus character would be a good addition to the roster, and is somewhat likely depending on if Sakurai wants to put some of his characters in the game. And my favorite character from Uprising would have to be Viridi. I think Viridi would fit right into the roster and has a lot of potential for a moveset. She's a goddess of nature after all. She's a great anti-hero with a lot of sarcasm and quirkiness. I just think she's great and would love to play her in Smash 5. And she would fit right alongside Pit and Palutena and Dark Pit. Yeah, that's all I have to say about Viridi, really. On to the next one. Number 17. As I said before with Impa, I think it's a good bet we'll see a lot of Breath of the Wild representation in this game. If not a character, definitely some stages and items. But if we do get a Breath of the Wild character, I think we'd get one of the 4 champions. I think out of the 4, Mipha and Daruk would fit the most. So I'm gonna go with Mipha. I'm gonna go with Daruk. No, Mipha. No, Daruk. No, sexy fish lady from The Shape of Water. Ah, fuck it. Daruk would fit better. Yeah, I definitely prefer Mipha over Daruk personally, but I think Daruk is more likely and is a better rep for Breath of the Wild. Zoras and Gorons are both big parts of the Zelda series, but I think Gorons are a bit more iconic and unique. And it would be cool to see another tank character, because there's not too many. We have like Bowser, Donkey Kong, King Dedede, so more tank characters is always good. The Goron roll would be a cool move, and he could use his protection ability from Breath of the Wild as his shield or something. There have been many Goron characters throughout the Zelda series, and I think Daruk would be the perfect rep for the Gorons. And a rep for Breath of the Wild in general. So yeah. Number 17, Daruk. Number 16. I don't even want to open this can of worms. Number 16 is Ridley. Come on.
Perfect! Representing the chum bucket, a creature so fearsome, so terrible, so mind-bendingly large, that those of you with weak constitutions may want to leave the stadium.
I gotta get out of here!
Too late! Ready or not, here he comes. Quake with fear, you mortal fools! Bow down before the awesome might of this huge guy who's carrying the real contestant, Yoshi.
Our Metroid reps are Samus, twice. Ridley is the main antagonist of Metroid. Yeah, he's fucking big, but they can make it work. But considering he was a damn stage boss in the last game, I'm sure any chance that he had of being in Smash Bros. Is completely out of the window. If you want a good video talking about Ridley, check out Relax Alex's video on the Ridley debate. It came out before we even know for sure that Ridley was a stage boss in Smash 4. So it's very dated, but the first half of the video is great at covering the entire debate of whether Ridley should or should not be in Smash Bros. So yeah, Ridley, that's really all I got. I mean, what is there to say that hasn't been already said? Tons of videos on it, so yeah. Ridley for Smash. Number 15. I remember the day Smash 4 was announced. I was in my high school library at one of the computers watching the Nintendo Direct, hoping we see a new Smash game announced. In fact, I think I was watching it after it aired because it aired when I was in class, whatever. Then we all saw that first trailer where the villagers showed up, and my first reaction was like everyone else's. We all thought it was just a new Animal Crossing game, but of course, it was a trailer for new Smash Bros. And showing off the villager as a newcomer. I loved it. I totally bought into the whole villagers a mass murderer thing. I bought one of the villager shirts, and I just loved the villager as an axe murderer.
Here's Johnny.
Basically, what I'm trying to say is there was an Animal Crossing character added into Smash 4. I could have said that in like one sentence. With Animal Crossing finally getting representation in Smash Bros, I'm sure we are going to get another character from the series this time around. And I think Isabelle would be a great character for Smash 5. Okay, hear me out. So if this was back during the Smash 4 hype train, I would have said Tom Nook for a second Animal Crossing rep. But think about it. Who's been the face of Animal Crossing recently? Isabelle. She's slowly taking over Tom Nook's spot as the face of Animal Crossing. She was a huge part of New Leaf, and she's been in every Animal Crossing title released since. To be fair, there has not been a mainline Animal Crossing game since. But she was in Happy Home Designer, Amiibo Festival, and Pocket Camp, which exploded in popularity. And she's a huge part of that game too. Hell, she's even in Mario Kart 8! She's even a fucking costume in Monster Hunter 4! And on top of all of that, she's an assist trophy in Smash 4. Where's Tom Nook's assist trophy, huh? As much as I would love to see Tom Nook, and I definitely think he has earned a spot on the roster, I just think Isabelle's more relevant right now. I could picture in the game more than Tom Nook in terms of a moveset too. We had fun with the villager being all cute and beating the shit out of Nintendo characters. Imagine how awesome cute little pup Isabelle would look beating the shit out of Nintendo characters. That's just my thoughts on the matter, so yeah, number 15, Isabelle. Number 14. Alright, this one's quite an oddball choice, but I really like the idea of it. How about Piranha? No? Oh, okay. No, seriously though, I know it's a weird pick and not very likely, but just imagine Piranha in the game. He'd be awesome. He's appeared in quite a lot of Mario games. Of course, he first appeared in Super Mario Sunshine. Then he was in Double Dash, best Mario Kart game, and holy shit, remember, he was in Brawl! He was in the Subspace Emissary, he was the first boss. Speaking of, please bring back Subspace Emissary, Sakurai, I need it. And more. He's appeared in 12 Mario games. 12! And it's going to be 13 considering he's been shown off for Mario Power Tennis Aces, so Nintendo still remembers he exists. Yay! I think he'd be a blast to play. He could have his Tornado attack from Sunshine as his side B. His neutral B could be a standard biting attack like Bowser, or he could spit out the goop from Mario Sunshine. He's a lot of potential to be a fun character. Do I think he's gonna be in the game? No. He's not likely, considering Nintendo is most likely looking at Odyssey for new Mario characters. Or just saying, fuck it, we have enough Mario characters already. But either way, I thought it was a pretty cool idea. Number 13. Alright, this is a pretty simple one. I was pretty sad that Wolf wasn't in Smash 4, but I understand he wasn't too popular in Brawl. But I always thought he fit well into the Smash roster. He's the antagonist to the Star Fox series, and probably the best rep from the series too. Hell, Star Fox only has 2 reps without him. I think the series deserves at least 3 reps, if not more. I know he's just another Fox/Falco clone, but that doesn't mean it has to stay that way. They could change him up. And Smash always could use more villains, so please Nintendo and Sakurai, bring Wolf back. For Smash 4, I really wanted Crystal, and I still do kind of want Crystal, but I'd rather take them bring Wolf back and no Crystal than adding Crystal and no Wolf. Which I think it's more likely that Wolf's going to come back anyways, because Crystal was not in Star Fox Zero, which is the most recent Star Fox game. But who knows what's going behind the scenes with the Star Fox series. They could be working on a whole new game that has Crystal in it, so I don't know. But I'd just love to see Wolf back. I'd accept him as DLC, and Crystal would also be a cool another Star Fox edition, so yeah, Wolf is my number 13. Number 12. Wario is one of my favorite additions to Brawl, but he's always had a weird spot on the roster. Don't get me wrong, he fits right into Smash, and he deserves his spot, but like, is he a WarioWare rep, or is he just a Mario rep? His icon is a WarioWare icon, so he's technically a WarioWare rep, but he sits right next to the Mario characters on the roster. He's got the classic Bros costume too, and of course we all know he's truly a Mario character at heart, so does this mean we don't need another WarioWare rep because Wario truly is just hanging out with the Mario Bros? Or do we need another WarioWare rep because Wario is really all alone? I view Wario as a Mario character, but I do think the WarioWare series is a series that at least needs a little bit of representation. So I'd like to see a WarioWare character be added to the roster, and I think Ashley from WarioWare would be a nice addition to the series. She's an assist trophy in Smash 4 and one of the most popular characters from the WarioWare series. I think she'd be an awesome fighter too. She could fly around on a broom, cast different spells, it'd be great. And she'd be the best witch character on the roster. There are a few other WarioWare characters that could work, like Cat and Anna and 9volt. And, God, I forget that guy off the Afro's name, but, yeah, I think Ashley's the best rep for WarioWare. Number 11. Okay, so you've probably noticed by now that I'm not the biggest person for third-party characters. I've seen a lot of lists, and nothing against these people, but a lot of people have a lot of third-party characters on their lists. And I don't know, I'm just not too big on it. I wasn't too big on Ryu, Cloud, and Bayonetta being in Smash, because Mega Man, Pac-Man, Sonic, that makes sense to me, because it's like the 4 gaming icons. But I think it was starting to stretch it a bit too much with Ryu and Bayonetta. And I think adding a bunch more is even more ridiculous, because to me this is a Nintendo game. First and foremost, they need to get the best lineup of first parties before they start worrying about like having like Crash and all these crazy third party characters. But I think one that a lot of people have been talking about that I'm actually pretty cool with having him in is Shovel Knight. He's a good representative for the whole indie scene. You know, he's got an amiibo already, which is pretty awesome. I mean, that's not enough reason to put him in the game, but I think his fighting style would be really cool, because he can do, you know, like Link's down air, where he just like bounces around. That'd be interesting, and there's like no character with a shovel. Yeah, I think, and he just has a very Nintendo vibe to him, like Cloud, because Cloud is not very Nintendo. He's never even appeared on a Nintendo console. With Shovel Knight, I think he fits really well with Nintendo, and I can't really explain it, but he just seems like a Nintendo-ish character, and he's sold very well on Nintendo consoles, and of course his games are on the Switch and the Wii U and 3DS, which is pretty awesome, and the developers, I know they would be psyched to have him in the game. I don't got too many more like solid like evidence why he should be in the game, but it just feels right to me. I know some people aren't really for it, but that's okay too. I wouldn't be too torn up if he's not in the game, because like I said, I'm all about the first party characters, but I would totally play him if he was in there. So yeah, number 11, Shovel Knight. Number 10. Alright, here's another oddball one, and I'm kind of cheating, sort of putting 2 characters on here. I don't really think either of them are likely, but I'm going to go with my number 10 being Kumatora from Mother 3. And I guess 10.5 would be the Masked Man from Mother 3, so 2 Mother 3 characters. And actually the Masked Man was my number 10, but I just changed it last minute to Kumatora. I know neither of these will probably happen, but Ness is one of the original 12, and he's only had one more ref from the Mother series to join him, and half the time he shows up late as DLC. God, please, Sakurai, have Lucas in the next game. So I think another Mother character wouldn't be too much to ask for. And 10 is a good pick, because you'd have the 3 main characters from the 3 different games in there, but he's still similar to Ness. He's kind of like the same with Rex and Xenoblade. He's just too similar to Ness, and really his only strength is he'd be a nice poster boy for the game he's from. And Nintendo has even less abilities and character than Ness, so maybe not, but that would be fun. There's also Jeff, that was an assist trophy in Brawl. He could be cool. Maybe even Paula. She's a nice fighter. Or maybe even Pokey. He's been in both Earthbound and Mother 3, and the main antagonist of the series if you had to pick one besides Gygus. He was even in Subspace and Brawl as a boss, and of course, the Masked Man from Mother 3 that I said earlier, who's going to be my number 10, but I changed it last minute. I would have any of those characters made it in, but subjectively, I really like the idea of Kumatora in the game. She just seems like one of the most interesting characters of the Mother series. Kumatora would have a lot of cool abilities, you know, she would have the basic PK Fire, PK Freeze, and PK Thunder like that, like Ness and Lucas, but I think she could be a bit faster than those two and less floaty. She'd also have Starstorm. It would be cool if her Starstorm was a move instead of a Final Smash, and I think it would be cool if her Final Smash was PK Ground. That would be pretty awesome. So yeah, Kumatora would be a good pick, and for the Masked Man, he could be very much... He'd probably be like if you combined Ness and Lucas with like a Fire Emblem character, because he'd have his like laser sword. So he'd be like kind of a sword character, but he could also have a little bit of the psychic abilities that Ness and Lucas have. And I don't want to give away the story of the Masked Man in Mother 3 because I think it's really great. But his character in that game has very much significance to Lucas. So I think just having them two in the game would be really awesome. So yeah, if I had to pick one, it would be Kumatora. So she's my number 10. But I think if either of those two were in the game, I would be like all hail Sakurai, and really just any Mother character, I would be so happy. So yeah, I think it would be really cool. Number 9. Alright, so I'm gonna kind of cheat a little bit here and put on 2 characters because I really just couldn't decide which one I wanted to pick here. And they're 2 more Zelda characters. I know I've had a lot of Zelda characters on this list, but I think the Legend of Zelda series clearly needs a new rep. But after you get the 3 mainstays, it's kind of like hard to pick because everyone else is like a side character and like on an even playing field, except for Impa, which I think is like the kind of in between. She's not really a side character, but she's not really one of the main 3. So that's why I had her on here. But I think 2 characters that I'd love to see, and I know a lot of people have been talking about these characters, are Skull Kid and Midna riding Wolf Link. I think I want Skull Kid a tiny bit more. So he's going to take my number 9 spot, but Midna is like a 9.5. Yeah, a lot of people have been saying Midna a lot. I think her on Wolf Link would be amazing. She could use her like weird orange thing that's coming out of her head and like hit people with it. For Final Smash, she could transform into her human version, or that giant ass spider thing that randomly appeared in Twilight Princess. That too. And then, you know, the wolf can just like be the standard attacks and stuff. I think that would be really awesome, but you know, she was only in Twilight Princess, so it's not very likely. Same deal with Skull Kid. He was only in Majora's Mask, but he's such a memorable character. He's like this nice trickster guy, and you kind of don't know what's going on with him, but he's just like all, like, I don't know, he's just like a nice prankster, and his final smash would obviously have to be he takes the moon down, and he could use his fairies. Yeah, and they're both assist trophies too in Smash 4, which shows very happy to see. I remember seeing the pick of the day when Sakurai showed. Yeah, I remember those. When Sakurai showed Skull Kid as an assist trophy, and when I first saw that, I didn't read the title. I just saw the image, and the first thing that went in my mind, I was like, "Oh yes!" Oh wait, assist trophy, but yeah. So I think they both don't really have that much of a chance. Especially, I think they had more of a chance of being in Smash 4, but I'd love to see either of them. Both of them would be a little. That would be a little strange if they both got in, but that would be mind-blowing. So I don't know, I think one of those would be a pretty awesome rep for the Legend of Zelda crew. So yeah. Number 8. Alright, I know I literally just had a Legend of Zelda character on this list. This entire list has been filled with Zelda characters, but probably my favorite Zelda pick out of all of these, and one I've wanted for a while, is Toon Zelda. Toon Zelda would be kind of like the original Zelda, but instead of transforming into Sheik, she transforms into Tetra. I think this would be amazing and solve a pretty big problem that the Smash team is going to have to think about, because they got rid of transformations in Smash 4. And they separated Zelda and Sheik, but I feel like a lot of people are going to want transformations back, and this is a good way to have the old school Zelda from Melee and Brawl that transforms back, while also keeping Zelda and Sheik separately, because I've grown to like Zelda and Sheik as separate characters, but I also love the transformation idea, and I think this would be a good way to keep it. And it would also have Toon Link, another Toon Zelda character, which they don't have, you know, it's just Toon Link by himself. This would make that seem a little bit less awkward, because you got two Toon characters in there. And I don't know, I just really love this idea of I know a lot of people want this, and I've wanted it for a while myself too. How likely is it? Not that much, considering same thing with Skull Kid and Midna, it was just from one game. But if Toon Link can be in there, I think it's not too far-fetched of an idea, and I would just love it because Wind Waker is one of my favorite Zelda games ever, so I'd love to see it. Number 7. Okay, this is another crazy one, but just hear me out. So, I know a lot of people aren't really into the Pikmin series, but you guys know me, I love Pikmin, and I just remember seeing Olimar in the Smash Dojo announced for Brawl, and I lost my shit. I was so happy. Cause like I wanted him for Brawl so much, and just actually seeing him there made me crazy, and he's one of my favorite characters to play. And I've always wanted another Pikmin rep. In Smash we almost got one with Alf, but he was turned to an alternate costume, which I can understand. I think just another Pikmin rep would be awesome, and if I had to pick one, it would be the president of Hakatate from Pikmin 2. This guy's awesome. If you play Pikmin 2, you love the president. He's so off the wall, and he's just like all the time, and I'd love to see him just like rocking all purple Pikmin. That would be just so fun. I think if there were another Pikmin rep, Sakurai would probably choose someone from Pikmin 3. Brittany would be a good one, or Charlie. Alf would, I mean, pretty much any Pikmin character I'll be okay with, but you know, President the most, and I think Louie would be another good one, because he's been in the most Pikmin games besides Olimar. And you know, Brittany and Charlie would be good. Alf, I feel like he's good as a costume for Olimar, honestly. Well, like, what else would he do? But yeah, the president is my top pick for that. He would have to be similar to Olimar. That's probably the thing that's keeping another Pikmin rep out, is because every character in that game does the same thing with Pikmin, but you could work around it, because like the president could maybe be a little slower, but he throws Pikmin farther, or he only has one type of Pikmin, or maybe the president has white and purple Pikmin, because those were the new Pikmin in Pikmin 2, but maybe Alf or Brittany has only rock and winged Pikmin, something along those lines. I think could really freshen things up. I just really want another Pikmin rep, and come on, Miyamoto, you said Pikmin 4 was done! Just give it to us, you said it was done! Number 6. Come on, guys. Poor Waluigi! Just give him a spot already. He's like been the staple of like assist trophy character. And like, I understand, like, he's not been in a lot of, he's never had a game of his own, and he's always been in, like, the sports games and the Mario parties and the Mario Karts was like, what do you do with him? But I think he's the perfect character to represent that side of the Mario series. That whole sports games and Mario Party and racing stuff. I think he would be fantastic for that. He's just another off-the-wall character from Mario, and then you would got the four bros in there. Imagine doing a, you know, four-person Smash fight with Mario, Luigi on one team, and then another team, Wario and Waluigi, and then you could do a free-for-all and see who's the best bro. I just love that idea, and you know, there was that one pick of the day when you were shown off as assist trophy, and Sakurai said something like, "Just because you try hard doesn't mean you'll get in," or something. I thought that was kind of funny, but still, I just want my man Waluigi in there. Give him some love. He could use his tennis racket. I thought it would be really funny if his final smash was chance time for Mario Party. Like, that would be awesome. Maybe instead of Wario, you know, his side B is his motorcycle, maybe Waluigi could have a cart for Mario Kart. You can just pretty much do whatever with him. Maybe even a final smash where he freaking dances, because I remember he was the bad guy in a Dance Dance Mario mix or whatever. I think that would be really funny, but yeah. Maybe Sakurai will just keep him as like the face of the assist trophies, but I think he's deserving of a spot in Smash Bros. So just give us Waluigi. Number 5. Okay, so I really think the Donkey Kong series needs another rip. We've had Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong for the past 2 games. It was really cool seeing Diddy Kong and Brawl. He was one of my favorite additions, and I think it's about time we get another Donkey Kong rep. There are 3 I'm looking at. Dixie Kong, Cranky Kong, which I think would be really awesome, but I think the one that most deserves a spot on this list is King K Rool. He's the main antagonist of the series, even though he hasn't been in a game recently. I'd just love to see him in. He'd be another nice tank character. You know, more tanks, more villains, always good. They even teased us by having the damn Mii costume, like, come on. And I know he hasn't appeared in any of the recent Donkey Kong Country games, but it's like, whatever. When you think of the main villain of the Donkey Kong series, you think K Rool, and I know a lot of people have wanted him for a long time. Cranky Kong and Dixie Kong are kind of like also in the same spot. Just another Donkey Kong rep, because like Cranky Kong, I could see some really cool stuff with his cane, and I think that would be a nice oddball choice, because we don't really have a lot of like old grumpy men on the roster. And Dixie Kong would be another great pick, because when you think of like the 3rd most iconic Donkey Kong Country person, it's usually Dixie Kong. So I think any of those 3 would be a great choice. I'm just giving the spot to King K Rool. So yeah, King K Rool for Smash. Number 4. The Super Smash Bros. Series is really great at adapting otherwise forgotten retro characters into the series, such as Game & Watch, Rob, and Duck Hunt, and even Pit to some degree. So I think it's safe to say that we'll see at least one more retro character joining us for Smash 5. And the one I've had my eye on since the Smash 4 hype train is Taka Mario from the mysterious Marizame Castle, released all the way in the far, far land of 1986. The game was only released in Japan for a good while, but has since been released on the Wii U Virtual Console. Taka Mario was an assist trophy in Smash 4, so I think we could see a Little Max situation here and get him upgraded to an actual fighter on the roster. Hell, he was even planned to be playable in Melee. And Sakurai said he was working on him to be playable in Smash 4, but cut him due to lack of popularity, and just used his assets as the basis for the Mii Sword Fighter. Funny, because I've seen him on a lot of character lists for the Smash 4 hype train and now for the Smash 5 hype train again. Also, for a bonus, he's a song medley in Smash 4, and he was a sticker in Brawl, so Sakurai clearly knows he exists. Just give him to us. I know we have a lot of sword fighters on the roster, looking at you, Fire Emblem, but I think a badass samurai would fit in well. Come on, Nintendo. He's more popular than you think. Number 3. Okay, if ice climbers are in this game, I'm gonna fucking kill someone. Seriously. They were cut out of Smash Bros. For Wii U for a dumb reason, but at least it was a reason. I can kind of see what they were going for. They cut the Ice Climbers out because they really wanted to keep the roster of the 3DS game and the Wii U game the same, but they couldn't include Ice Climbers on the 3DS version because of technical limitations, so they scrapped them from the Wii U version. I think it would have been better if they just had them only on the Wii version. I could have looked past the fact that they weren't on the 3DS version and been like, it's better having them on the Wii U version than not at all. So I thought it was dumb that they weren't on the Wii U version, but I could see what they were going for. I could look past it. But come on, if they're not in Smash 5, I'm gonna be so mad. There's no reason to not have the Ice Climbers in this next game, because the Switch is more powerful than the Wii U, and there's not a portable version to hold this one back. It's a game completely on the Switch, so there is no reason to not have the Ice Climbers in this game. I'm pretty, I'm like 97% sure they'll be in this game, but if they're not, that would be like the dumbest thing ever, so... They're so high up on the list just because they have to be in this game. They're so deserving of a spot. They were in Melee and Brawl, and been no character that was in Melee and Brawl that was not in Smash 4. So, besides them, so if they're not in this game, Smash on the Wii U felt so empty without them there. It just felt like something was missing. And something was missing. The Ice Climbers, so just please. Number 2. Alrighty, we're at the number 2 spot, and this one is kind of another oddball pick, but not really at the same time. It's kind of in the middle. But I think EGAD would be an awesome addition to Smash Bros. As a Mario rep. I've been pretty keen on the idea of adding the Poltergeist to Luigi's moveset for quite some time. I don't want an entire overhaul of his moveset, but I was at least hoping for a down special where he uses the vacuum and or final Smash based around it. And in Smash 4, we got the latter, which was cool. It was enough to settle my wish for the Poltergeist to be used, although I still wanted more. I believe if we were to see the Poltergeist in Luigi's moveset, Smash 4 would have been the time we saw it. So I don't think we'll see it in Smash 5, but anything's possible. But why not the best of both worlds and keep Luigi's OG moveset, but add the Poltergeist along with the EGAD? I could imagine his neutral special being the standard vacuum, down special being ice element, side special being fire, and maybe even the hover nozzle from the flood pack as his recovery. Yeah, remember? EGAD also invented the flood pack from Sunshine. I'd like to see Luigi rocking the same Final Smash from Smash 4, and I wouldn't mind the pair sharing the same Final Smash, if not a similar one. I just think EGAD is one of the more underrated Mario characters, and also one of the most interesting and well developed. He's been in about 7 Mario games, give or take, depending on if you count just references by name. And he appeared all the way back in 2001 in the first Luigi's Mansion game, obviously. And Rosalina, who is in Smash 4, appeared in 2007. So I think if she can be in Smash 4, and nothing against Rosalina, I love Rosalina, but if she can be in Smash 4, I think EGAD can be. I mean, I think he totally deserves this spot, and I know I'm just a Luigi's Mansion fanboy, but I don't know, I think it would be awesome. Alright, before we get to number 1, I'm going to say some honorable mentions. First being Tails. I think if any third-party rep deserves a second member from their series, it's Sonic. He's been in 2 Smash games so far, and I think that's enough to give him Tails. But at the same time, it's like I feel like a third-party character should just stand on their own, so I could see this going either way, but I think Tails would be a fine addition. Snake, he's... God, Snake. I'd love to see him back for the Brawl nostalgia and stuff, and he was a cool character in that, because like the only reason he was in Brawl was because of the friendship of Sakurai and Kojima. So Sakurai's kind of an odd spot because he could bring Snake back, but I feel like that would be kind of an insult to Kojima, or he could take that the wrong way because, you know, he got fired from Konami and all that stuff. So I feel like it's very unlikely at this point. But I don't know, maybe Sakurai could talk to Kojima and be like, hey dude, are you okay with me having Snake in this game? Or something like that. I don't know. King Boo. I had him on the list for a while. Kind of the same deal with PD. It's kind of an sort of oddball Mario character, but I thought it would be pretty fun. Amaterasu from Mikami. She was so close to being on my list, but I don't know, she's my number 21, I guess you could say. She's another third-party character, which is why I'm a little iffy on it, but at the same time, Okami's a fantastic game, and I think she kind of has a Nintendo vibe to her. I just really like her design, too. I think she would be fun to play as, and I'd probably main her, actually, so... And Crash, for another honorable mention. I've seen Crash on tons of people's lists, so I thought it would be a bit redundant to put him on mine, but, you know, I feel like he's kind of likely, kind of. Crystal, I mentioned her when I was talking about Wolf. I'd love to see both of them in here, but, you know, Wolf would probably make more sense. Baby Mario and Luigi, I thought this would be a really cool kind of Ice Climbers thing, where you got both of them in there, but I just had too many Mario characters on the list. Pokemon Trainer, the reason he was cut from Smash 4 was because of the technicality with the 3DS, like I talked about with the Ice Climbers, but I think it would be cool to see him return. But there's the whole thing of like, do you take make Charizard part of the Pokemon Trainer again, or leave him as his own character? So it kind of gets confusing, but I don't know, I feel like they should do something with him. And Midna, I talked about her a bunch with Skull Kid. She's basically shares the number 9 spot with Skull Kid. I just had to pick one, so yeah, sorry Midna. Another honorable mention I have is a Pokemon character. Now, I'm not the biggest Pokemon guy, so I didn't really feel comfortable putting one on the list, but I think one is very likely, and it's probably going to be one from Gen 8, so it's really hard to predict it. But if I had to pick one from Gen 7, it would be Decidueye. I freaking love Decidueye. He's one of my favorites. Obviously, we have Charizard, Greninja, so I think there has to be a grass type in there now, just to, like, you know, even out the trio. And Decidueye is just freaking awesome. He's got a bow, and he's like this nice, he's like this stealthy hunter, grass ghost type. That's freaking awesome. And, you know, he'd be a great pairing with Greninja, and I don't know. Another grass, I'd be down with Sceptile being in too. That would be nice. And, you know, maybe Bulbasaur could be back, but I don't know. Decidueye is a good honorable mention. And that's it for my honorable mentions. Number 1. Okay, this is a character I've wanted since the Brawl hype train, so I wanted him before Brawl came out. He's from a super underrated GameCube game and even has his own amiibo. Nintendo, Sakurai, please give us Chibi Robo in Smash 5. I know he's not a super popular character and wouldn't generate as much hype as some third-party character that's super iconic like Sonic or Mega Man or Pac-Man or Ryu, but damn, if you play Chibi Robo, you know how awesome and underrated it is. Chibi Robo has a ton of abilities for a potential moveset. He has a little helicopter thingy they can fly around for recovery. He's got a freaking toothbrush. He can bash people with his little plug, his wire thingy. He's got a cool frog suit. I'm pretty sure he has like a blaster at some point in the game. And he's got his cool little buddy Television that could help him out in his moveset. Maybe if not, maybe if he doesn't fit into his moveset, he could be an assist trophy. I thought a cool idea for the final Smash. This is kind of stupid, but maybe he calls in the family dog that the family in the game has, and he, like, I don't know. He could call in the army of toy soldiers, and they could, like, light people up. I don't know. There's just a bunch of great things. Like, just look on this box. He cooks. He cleans. He annihilates. Like, what more do you want? I just think that people are getting too caught up in like which big third-party characters are going to be in the game, and I'm just more excited about the first-party characters. Like, this game came out in 2005, and it's super good, and Chibi Robo has been kind of coming back. He's had a few new games, but none of them have quite caught the magic of the original. And yeah, he's an amiibo too, and I don't know, I just think he's a first-party character that deserves a spot in Nintendo's history. So yeah, that's my top 20 characters for Super Smash Bros. Hopefully you thought this list was not super stupid, but yeah, that's really all I got. I'm super hyped for Smash 5. I'll definitely do some videos in the future. Definitely a roster prediction video that's a bit more realistic than this list, but I'll still take characters from this list probably. Stage ideas, all that stuff. So make sure to stay tuned for that. And yeah, I'm just super hyped for Smash 5. Oh wait, it's just a port. Ah, fuck it. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching my video. Make sure to leave a comment telling me what you think, or don't, whatever. That's okay too. But if you want to check out some other videos I've done, I recently released a new album and a new EP. I definitely recommend checking those out and checking out my music, because that's pretty much my main focus right now. I also got some Let's Play videos in there. Right now I'm doing a Let's Play of Wario World for the GameCube and Earthbound, so make sure to check those out. I think it's some of my best Let's Play work so far. And also, I got 2 race videos up. They're pretty long, but I think those are definitely my best gaming videos out there. I spent a lot of time editing those, the Luigi's Mansion race and the Super Mario Sunshine race. And so yeah, I highly recommend checking those out, and thanks for watching. See you on the flip side.